So today we are going to make roast dinner. So all the recipe will be in the description, so you can check it out, guys. So we are going to cook this lovely beef here. So it will be a roast beef with some roast vegetable that we put in it. So now we're gonna start. So I have these potatoes here that I already put in the hot water. Look at that. So I need that to be here. So don't worry with some bits and pieces. That will be crispy later on when we put it in the oven. So that will be nice. So I'm just gonna put it here. I will just let the potatoes breathe for like a minute or two there. So let me just put this away from me. This pan here, we don't need this one. So now I'll have this. Just gonna put this aside. So I have the oil here in the tray. So I'll just pop inside the oven. So I just want to have like a heat on that tray. So and then I'll just rest my potatoes and then put the potatoes in afterwards. But for the meantime, let me have this roast beef that we have here. So this is a very lovely beef. I'm excited for this. So we're going to roast this one and make it as good as possible. So this is very, very important. What I'm going to do with this one is I'll just season it with salt and pepper. So but this is, I want to have like a nice roast dinner. So the flavor that I put in there is very simple. All you need to do is have like a crushed pepper and a salt here. But I want to have like a nice flavor on the crushed pepper. What I'm going to do, like what I told you before, like I always do, I just roast my pepper. So we are still waiting for our oil in that tray to be heated up. So we'll just put in a medium heat. So pan in a medium heat, and you need this peppercorns here. So what I'm going to do is just roast the peppercorns just to bring the flavors in it. I'll just make it all. So I need lots of crushed pepper later on anyway. So what I'm going to do is just roast this one. So once the pepper has the flavor in it, I'm just gonna grind this. So I'll just have the mortar and pestle here. So this is very easy. This is very simple. There's no special to do with this one. All you have to do is just roast it just to give like an extra flavor on that. So I'll have to give some time. So this might take a while to have a cook here because this is a roast dinner. So the reason why I'll do this is just to get you through your Christmas dinner. So this is very simple and it's very easy to follow, you guys. So you have to bear with me with the timings on this. I'll just make sure that you have a nice dinner on your Christmas Eve. So here, so I can smell a little bit. Just have like a punch, like a pungent flavor on that pepper. Then I'm done. So I'll just keep on turning this one. So I'll make sure that all some bits and pieces of our peppercorns will be roasted enough and it has a nice flavor on that. So I think I'm done with that. So let me just switch this off. Just gonna put this one. Let me take some of our spoon here. So what I'm going to do with this one is just crush it. So easy, guys, right? So this is so easy. So all you have to do with this one is just crush it. So just be careful though because this is quite a bit hotter. So just make sure that you just crush it all. So it doesn't have to be fine. So just have to bring out the flavors on that pepper. Nice and easy. Just do this. See that? Some of my peppers is running off. I don't want to be crushed. So here. So hi everyone. Hello. Hello Vance. Hello Mr. Davao. Marcy. So I'll just make sure that it will be a fun cooking for you guys, so at least you can enjoy watching me and also follow the recipe that you need to do. Okay, so here, oops. That will be it. For me, that will be fine. So I'm going to do with this one is, just gonna set this aside. So let's go back to our beef. See, when you have the beef, all you have to do is just rest the beef an hour if you have time, because that will give like a beef, have like a juicy on the beef when you roasted it. So that will be like a crucial element to do the roast. All you have to do is roast properly the beef that you need. So I'm just gonna put the salt. So be generous with the salt. So usually you will use kosher salt for this or sea salt, but then whatever salt available that you have, might as well just use that. So you see this? So this is like right amount of the salt that we need. So make sure all the sides of that beef has the salt on that. So we're just gonna have this crushed pepper here. So just massage it with the crushed pepper that we have here. Easy. See that? So that is really, really nice. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I will just sear this one in a pan. So I'll have to sear this into the pan for like 2 minutes in each side, so before I roasted it. So remember, before you roast anything, you have to set your oven, of course, for the right temperature, which is 180 degrees Celsius. And if you have a Fahrenheit oven, so it will be 350 Fahrenheit. So that will be it. So let me just put this aside, and I will just put the pan into a medium heat again. So what I'm going to do is just put those lovely olive oil in the pan here. So let the pan heat enough, and then we're gonna sear our beef. So once we sear our beef, then we are going to put our mirepoix. So while we are waiting for our pan to be heated up in a medium heat, let me just chop some of the mirepoix that we need here. So I'll be needing 2 pieces of the carrots that we have. So you don't have to peel it. So this is just like a nice flavor that will go with the beef. So just cut it. Just have a rough cut on that. And then we'll just put this one in our tray. Easy, right? So the tray that we need is here. So what I'm going to do with this one is just put it. Very easy. So make sure you get all the flavors of the vegetable that we need. So some of you might roast the roast beef into just like put the salt and pepper and then olive oil and then that's it. But for me, you need to have like a flavor also of those vegetables, because we will need those vegetables for our gravy later on. So here. So let it be. So 2 pieces of the carrots in there, and then we will be needing this celery. So I'll be needing like 3 pieces of celery. So I'll make sure to have all those ingredients that we have there. So I'll just trim this piece here, so we don't need that, and just have a rough cut on the celery that we need. So very, very easy. So celery is very easy to find. So you can have any kinds of celery from any types of the countries. It's okay. Celery is celery. So we are be needing this celery here. So celery will be in our tray. Hi Ladia. Hello, hello. So welcome to my kitchen. So here, so that's it. Celery is there, and of course our leeks. So leeks. So you can always skip this one, but to get like a nice flavor from those mirepoix that we'll be needing for our roast, celery is very crucial. So some of the people doesn't want to put celery, but If you have it, all you need to do is just put it in our tray. So celery is there, and I think our pan is already heated up. So just make sure to have like a nice hot pan. You see that? That's smoking. So that's the perfect temperature to sear our meat. So we need to have like a nice seared beef that we have there. So let me just put this away. I'm just gonna put this aside. So be careful to do this. So what I'm going to do is just put it in a quite very low heat for now and start to put it in the pan and then sear the meat that we need. So all you have to do, just sear it. See that? That's the lovely searing. So we'll just give it like 2 minutes on each side. Then we are searing everything off. And for the meantime, let me just cut another ingredients that we need for our mirepoix. So we'll be needing this yellow onion. You can have like another types of onion if you want. So that will be okay. So, and it's here. So it's okay to have like the skin of the onion there. So that's fine. This is just the mirepoix that goes to our beef here. I will just keep that. Keep some of the skin on. So, mind you, we don't want to waste anything, right? So, that also like gives an extra flavor for our roast beef. You see? So that will be it. Just going back to our roast beef here. So I'm just gonna turn it. See that? So just make sure to have like a brown color on each corner of that before we are putting it in the oven and roasted it. So the reason why we are putting this mirepoix, this is important for you guys to know. If you don't have a tray with a rack on it, so you always put something on underneath so your beef won't be burned or your chicken won't be burned. So this is also part of the procedure to do. So when you put the vegetable on it, your meat will be sit on this vegetable. Then you don't have a problem of roasting much of those meats underneath and burn it. So this is like a nice trick to do. So that will be it. So we are ready on that. And then all you have to do is just make sure the side of the beef that we have here, it's sealed enough. Oops. So this is quite heavy. It's like a nice cut of beef. So you can always have a ribeye. So I'm using the ribeye here because I wanted to have like, you know, when you cook the ribeye beef, it's always tender. And when it's a medium rare, my God, this is a lovely beef. So that's it. So I'll just make sure that I sear everything. And now for our mirepoix, I will just put some of our pepper here. Pepper, fine. And also our salt, because the flavors that we get from our mirepoix and our beef, we are going to make the gravy out of that. So, but make sure to check on the gravy recipe that I made the gravy recipe on one of our videos also. So please do check that out because that helps you out also to make out your gravy. Seal another one. I'll just make sure that I seal everything off. So when I cut the meat later on, that it will be lovely. Hi, Simple Ambition, Langga, hello, hello. So here, I'm gonna set this aside for you. And I'm just gonna sear the part of the meat in this corner. So just to cover all the sides of the meat. So I'll just make sure that it's sealed with those brown color and sealed everything. You see that? My God. See? So that will be it. So we are done with this beef. So what I'm going to do, all you have to do is just put that beef on top of our mirepoix. See guys here. You see how lovely is that? So I'm just gonna get rid of that. I'll just put this aside. So in case we might need it later. So this one. So this is the crucial part as well. So all we have to do with this one is just season it again with salt and pepper. So lightly season it because we already seasoned it a while ago. So lightly season it, and also salt and pepper here. Our crushed pepper. So it's okay. So that's it. And of course, we are be needing our olive oil. So we'll just sprinkle the olive oil around it like that. And also, of course, I'm just gonna put like a touch of our butter here. So come on guys, it's Christmas time, so don't be guilty of using a lot of fats. It's Christmas anyway. So I'll be needing like around, might put like 3 tablespoons for now. So if I need it later for our gravy, then I will just put it on. So just put there, so that will be fine. And this one will be in our oven. Guys, you can see that. So here in our oven, so 180 degrees Celsius in our oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you see, so this is our lovely potatoes here. So I will just take one of the tray that we put oil on it, right? So we set the oil in a tray for our potatoes. So once it's also hot enough, then we're going to put our potatoes in that. So we will be having our roast potatoes later, and also our I'll be having Brussels sprout as well. So stay tuned while we are waiting for our roast beef. So Brussels sprout, we are be roasting also Brussels sprout and also carrots there, some baby carrots. So here, so just be roasting some. So I'll just make sure that my potatoes should have a space just to let it breathe before we cook it. So here, so potatoes in there, and we are going to put this one again in our oven. Here. So roast beef there, roast potatoes there, and then that's it. So we are going to the next ingredients now. So I'll need a timer on this. So in 1 hour and 15 minutes, the roast beef will be done. And timer on that. But with the roast potato, in every 15 minutes, you have to turn it on its sides, so all the sides will be roasted. So I'm just gonna set this one up in 15 minutes. Then I'll be turning my roast potatoes. So next, we are going to have this Brussels sprout and also these baby carrots here. So I'll be like putting only like 6 pieces of the baby sprouts and of the baby carrots and the sprouts there. So I will just put it in the small tray. So this is very easy. So maybe I'll just put like 4 pieces. 4 pieces will be fine. So what you're going to do with this one is you'll just cut this, you know this thing here? So this is quite tough in the corner. So what you're going to do is just cut it half of that here. So I'll just cut it half. So you have like a tiny pieces of that in the corner. So this will be it. So that's it. So I'm just gonna do the same in every corner. So here. So same thing with the rest of the carrots. See that? So we don't be needing like lots of this stem sticking out. So the reason why we just put this stem is it's very pretty on the plate anyway. So what I do with this one is I usually just saute this one with some butter and salt and pepper before I put it in the oven. But we will be doing it later on. So for the meantime, I'm just gonna teach you how to trim your baby sprouts before you bake it. Yeah, so just do that. So baby sprout this. I also love to just saute it also with the butter and salt and pepper as we do with our carrots here. So what we are going to do with this one. So just, you know this part here, You see that? So all you have to do is just remove that part. So remove the topper part of the sprout because we don't need that. So all you have to do is just remove that. So when you have like a lovely solid thing like here, so one more. So this is important to do because this is a tough part, okay? So we don't need that. So all you have to do, you know this part here? So you just trim it. So get rid of that part. So when you roast this sprout like whole like this, always put like just cut into like a cross from this side, so at least it can absorb all the flavors that you put in there before you roasted it. You can do that, but of course we're just gonna cut this one in half. Just make sure that you have all the flavors that we have there. So we'll just put that in. So we are going to do with the rest of our sprout here. See? So some people don't like to eat sprout. Some people might like to eat the sprout. So I like to eat the sprout, but not that much. I can bear the bitterness of this. So we are also eating ampalaya anyway. So you know ampalaya, bitter gourd. So bitter gourd is also bitter. So but this one is bitter, but at the same time it has like a sweet taste on that. So I don't mind using this. Just gonna get rid of this corner here, and then I will just cut this into half. So here. So that's my sprout. Maybe I might just do like 5 pieces of that sprout. So you can do 10 pieces if you like, but I already cut into half, so 5 pieces will do. It will be like 10 pieces anyway later on. So that will be it. So here. So very easy, right? Just trim this one and carve it. See that? Just gonna get rid of this part as well. So we don't need that. So you guys, if you have something in mind that you want me to do on your Christmas dinner, you can always request for that. So I would love to do it for you. So the next roast dinner that we have, I'm gonna show you how to roast the turkey. Maybe. We'll see. So at least you are well prepared for your dinner. So let me just cut this one into half. Get rid of that and then trim again. So this will be like our last sprout here. So all you have to do is just trim it off. So trim this side as well, and then cut it into half. See? So we're just gonna do it later on because this is very easy. So once you saute it with the salt and pepper and with the butter, and then put it in the oven. So 30 minutes will be fine in the oven. So we will just leave this side here. So we'll leave this in the tray for now. So we won't be needing it. And for the meantime, just gonna get rid of this. So it's already full here. So now the next one is we'll be needing our this. So we have the red cabbage. I'm gonna show you how to make a red cabbage. So this is part also of the sides on your roast dinner. So cabbage is there. So what we're going to do with this cabbage is I will just slice it off into a tiny pieces, and we are going to put this apple in it and saute it with butter and salt and pepper and allspice. So I'm just gonna show you that. So I will just cut this cabbage into half again. So this is very big to cut. So let me just get some of, so this will do, I think. Let me just get the plate. see, our plate is here. So I will just cut our red cabbage. So you just cut it like this way, guys. So red cabbage, you can find it anywhere. So it's just so easy to just do this red cabbage. And in fact, it's a part of our Christmas dinner. So it should be there. So cabbage should be there. Just gonna do a little bit more. So look at the color of that. So we need that color when we cook it later on. So here. See that? See? So that's all we need. And of course, our apple. So what I'm going to do with this now is I will just cut the apple later on. But for the meantime, I'm just going to saute everything now. So our red cabbage is there. So we are needing a pan here. So I'll have a pan here. So we put the pan into a medium heat. So we'll be needing a butter, around 1 tablespoon of butter, it's okay. So let this heat enough, and of course we are going to peel this apple. Now we don't peel this apple. I don't want to peel my apple. I will just cut this off. So it will be like an extra flavor as well. So that skin on the apple gives an extra flavor. So here, just cut it into pieces. So apple is here. Just gonna put that aside, just beside our red cabbage. So you can always do it because this is so simple and it's so easy. And it's very nice when you have like a red meat and you also have like a red cabbage on the side. And of course, later on, we will be having a feast. Okay. So here, so this is done. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I need something to drink. So here. So I might get a juice later on, guys. Orange juice. While cooking. So hi everyone. Hi Nelski. Mercy. Maricel Vera. Of course, Simple Ambition and Langga. So that's it. And our butter is there. And our allspice is here. So if you want to have like a spice, this is like the spice that you put on this is cinnamon, also some cardamom. So all the spice that you'll be needing is all in here. So I usually call it allspice. You can have it in the market like allspice in a jar. You can always buy it. But if you want to make it, and if you want me to make it for you guys, all you have to do is just request for that. So I would love to do that for you. For our spice, and you just grind it all together and you have all the spice that you need for that. So but if you have only a cinnamon powder, so that will be fine, so you don't need allspice for that. But for me, allspice has a lot of flavor than only cinnamon. So that will be it. So I think this is hot enough. Just gonna put it in a little heat. And now we will be needing like around 2 tablespoons of our butter. So our butter is here. So in the pan, tap, be nice. The butter in the pan. Tap. So now we are going to put our apple. So apple first. And after that, we are going to put our red cabbage. This is so easy. So all easy to do. So just caramelize this apple that we'll be needing. And then when it's a bit tender and you have the aroma from the apple and the butter there, then we are going to pop in our red cabbage. So red cabbage is there. See? So So this is have like a savory, but then it's a little bit sweeter. So this is a nice combination of the flavor from our red cabbage. So apple will be a next level tastiest ingredients that you can put on. And now, so that will be it. And we are going to put our red cabbage. So red cabbage is there. And just saute it until both of them is tender. Then later on, we are going to put our allspice. And of course, season it with salt and pepper. See? So that's our lovely, lovely red cabbage. You know, I'm excited to have this dinner. So what I'm going to do with this one, we'll just put a little bit of stock. Just 1 tablespoon of the stock. Just to have that flavor and make it really tender with that. So if you're vegetarian, you can always put vegetable stock on this. So if you want to have some flavor from the meat, you can always put beef stock. So I put beef stock on that. But of course, so you have a family which is vegetarian, of course, you might put a vegetable stock on that. So here, so I will just let it tender. And now it's my time to put our allspice. So I'll be needing around 1 teaspoon of our allspice here. So that's it. And just saute it again. See? So simple, right? So you can always make up this recipe. I can assure you that it will give like an extra flavor and also an extra sides when you do your Christmas dinner. So Christmas is all about what do you call this one? You know, when you have like a Christmas dinner, you always find fruit flavor in some of the menus. So this is one of them. So you have the fruit flavor from our apple, and also the spice that we put on there is the nicest one. This is so nice, I can smell it. So I will just season it with salt and pepper. So salt and pepper with this. And our crushed pepper, where is it? Here. So crushed pepper is here. Get that. Just gonna crush this one more time. So I need it. See, our timer is on. Now it's about time to turn our roast potatoes. So let me just mix this one first and put it in a low heat and let it tender. So just put it in a very low heat, and now I'm gonna be turning my roast potatoes. See that? I'm excited because my kitchen's really smells really good. And that, we'll just turn this one. So I'll just make sure that it's well roasted in its side, and turn it again until it's getting brown in every side of our potatoes. Here. So don't worry with some bits and pieces in there, because these bits and pieces here, it will be crunchy later on. So it will be back inside the oven, and we turn it again. Okay. Now we are back with our, I can smell it. You guys have to try it. So once this one is tender, then we will set this aside, and we are going to wait for the rest of the ingredients. Here, So what I'm going to do, I will just set this again for another 15 minutes. Just gonna turn the potatoes again. And at the same time, I will be sauteing this lovely carrots and lovely sprouts in the pan. And then put it in the oven for the next 30 minutes. Okay? So here. So thank you guys for being here with me while I'm cooking. So I hope you guys find it helpful for you to have your Christmas dinner. So this recipe will help you out. So for the beginners who will cook a roast dinner, so you just have to make sure that you season everything properly, because seasoning is very crucial in every cooks that you'll be making. So have some time to cook for your family, because Christmas is for a family, right? So here. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I will just taste it. So I'll just make sure that I season it properly. I'll just taste one apple here. Nice. It's actually really nice. It's fruity, and yet the spice that you can get from that also give like another kick and give an extra flavor for the apple. And it's kind of like sweet, sour, and savory that you taste for your mouth. So this is really, really nice. So I can see why people like this recipe. It's because it's so nice, and it gives you like different tastes of a sweet, savory texture. And the texture of the apple is really, really good. So in 2 minutes, I will just set this aside. So I will just leave it for now. So meanwhile, in another pan, let me just get another pan. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I'll just saute this carrots and sprouts that we have here in a butter and season with salt and pepper. And then that's it. We are going to put it in the oven. So we are going to put this in a medium heat again. And put the butter on that. I can smell this. So I am done with this, because I want to have like a crunch of that red cabbage also in my mouth. So for me, the doneness is okay on that. See? So I'll just set this aside. So I would love to cook on this side. So let me just transfer this pan into here. So while another pan is already there and settling up. See? So it will be in a medium heat. And now we are going to pop in our butter. So around 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 tablespoon is okay, but extra butter is always nice. You guys, it's Christmas. So please, don't question me on putting a lot of butter in the milk. It's Christmas time. So butter is okay, and extra fat is okay. So next year will be a different year. So Christmas only comes once a year, guys. So you have to have a nice proper meal. So a cheat of a little bit more butter than usual, it's okay. So here. So I'll make sure that the butter is melted and a little bit browner before I put my sprout and my baby carrots. So it's okay if we put it together. So I don't mind having sprout, the taste of sprout, but some of you doesn't want to eat sprout, so you might put it in a separate tray. Will be fine, but I don't really mind, so I would just love to put it in together. Okay, so I don't mind eating the sprout. My husband doesn't like sprout. So, but he'll be having this. For sure, he will taste some of that, okay? So, I will just put our carrots. So, just put our carrots first. So, I'll just make sure to have seasoned carrots. So, just slightly season it with salt and pepper. We'll do. And of course, our pepper. Where's our crushed pepper? Just gonna crush it a little bit more. So I have the crushed pepper here. See that? So I can smell the carrots already in here. Just make sure that it's seasoned well. So you just saute it for me, 3 minutes to 5 minutes will be fine. Just to have like a touch of butter in that carrots before it will go to our oven. That will be fine. Here. So once everything in the oven, then we are just going to wait for it to cook properly. Okay. And I think this will be fine now. Just gonna put back to our. So we are going to put back here in our tray here. After this is over, say it. So I just want to have like a fragrance from that carrots also before I will just put it in our tray. That will be fine. So I'll be cooking it for another 2 minutes. Then I'm good to go with this one. So for the meantime, I'm just gonna want, hi Ayumi, Pasina family, simple. Marcy, hello, hello. Aladya, hi. Langga. And Marisol Vera. Of course, Marisol Vera is always here. So here, so I think my carrots is okay. So we'll just pop this one in our tray. So our carrots is ready. And now it's the time of the sprout. So our sprout is in. So I'll just saute it just to get the flavor. So I know this is a little bit bitter, but putting this flavor, that the flavor of the butter in it, so gives an extra one when you bite it. So it has like a nice flavor on that. And of course, we're gonna put our salt. So make sure it's seasoned well, and our crushed pepper. The crushed pepper also is there. And then that's it. So I'm just gonna saute it. So make sure it absorbs all the flavor that I put in there. So here, so the sprouts is ready. So it doesn't have to take long because it's very, very easy. Just go this one here. Just gonna put that in our tray, and it will be in our oven for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. It depends, but for me sometimes I put like an extra 10 minutes or an extra 30 minutes just to get like a nice brown on that. So now just gonna get rid of that. So I usually don't want anything on here. We'll just set this aside. Here. And this one will be in the oven. So we are waiting for our roast beef, and also we are waiting for the rest of that. So here, the oven. So just have an eye on that. So everything will be cooked in 45 minutes. So you'll be here with me in 45 minutes. Okay, so there is one ingredient also that you might need for that. So you will be needing garlic as well to put that in. So for the roast potatoes, so I'll be just chopping the garlic into pieces like 15 minutes before it's really cooked, and just to have the flavor on that, and the flavor also of our thyme here. So we have the rest of the ingredients here. So I have the rosemary. So rosemary, I will just chop it off. So I don't want to burn the rosemary in the roast beef. So like 30 minutes before it cooks, I usually put the rest of the ingredients. So I'm just gonna chop this one, the rosemary. Chop it in tiny pieces so at least to absorb anything. And also you can roast this one together with the mirepoix that you might need. So, but for me, I will just love it to just crush it. So I just chop the garlic and put in. So I wanted to have like a nice flavor from the garlic. So you can also roast it and you have the taste, but for me this is also fine. Just crushing it just to make sure I have a lots of flavor in that. And of course, when we will be making gravy, we will be needing this cherry tomato here. So I will use that just to get like a thickness from our gravy. So it will help the thickness of that. And also flour also have to do that. So flour, maybe we can just use flour later on as well. So that will be fine. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna grab some drink for you guys if you want. I'll be back later, 2 minutes. You want something? You want something? So do you want some drinks? I can make a drink for you. This is my drink. This is apple juice, okay? Apple juice. While we are waiting, this is apple juice. So who's here? Hi, Evelyn TV channel. Hello, hello. I'm making my roast dinner. So I think this one, so all I need with this is I'll just put it in a bowl because this is now ready. So I will just set this aside in a bowl. So you can have this one also hot, but I prefer to have this cold. So I will just put it in the bowl and let it sit there and just let it cool down. So we don't have anything here. So this will be in the oven. So you guys have to be with me in 45 minutes more. Okay, so I want you to see how I make my gravy out of that roast beef that we have there. So please, wherever you are, so don't sleep yet. There will be more ingredients coming out. So here, this one will be fine. So look at that. Look how sexy is our red cabbage. You see, for me, everything is sexy. So let me just get rid of that. Just make sure I don't clutter anything on my kitchen. So make sure that I only have what I need. And that's it. So for the roast turkey that we make next time, I think we'll be having a roast turkey with stuffing, right? We'll have stuffing with the roast turkey. So we'll be eating roast turkey and stuffing. So the next one will be stuffing as well. And then this one will go here. So just make sure that I have everything that I needed for my dinner. And for the meantime, just gonna chop our garlic because it also takes time. Hi, Joy. Hello, hello. So here, since I haven't put in the roast the garlic here, I will just chop it into small pieces. And 30 minutes before it's really cooked, then I will just pop this one in. So this is so simple. So I'll be needing a lot of garlic. So So I'll put some also in the roast potato. So garlic with thyme, and some also I'll put in our roast beef for our gravy later on. So that's also it. So what I'm going to do with this one is I will just smash it and also cut it into pieces. Hi Evelyn TV channel! I'll see you later. Here. So what you have to do is just smash this one. So every time I cook something, because you see when you cook a lot of things, you find yourself like running around and cluttering everywhere. So this trick is very useful for me because for me on my side, I don't want to clutter anywhere if I cook. So what I have to do is just put everything like here. Like this bowl on your side, you always make sure that you have like a mini bowl or whatever size of the bowl that you needed, put it on the side. So when you need to peel something and you need to throw something, it's only just there and you don't need to clutter everything on your kitchen. And of course, you're gonna chop a lot of garlic here. So remember when I told you when you cut a lot of things, so you can always have a trick also on how you make it properly, and also it's not tiring for you guys to do it. So what I usually is, I think I already told you how to hold the knife when you cut a lot of things, remember? So when you, anyway, for those of you that doesn't know about this, so I'll just explain to you again. So the reason why you hold the knife like this way is so that you have like a nice balance on how you cut everything, and you won't strain your muscles by doing this, because if you cut like this way, see this way, so you strain all your muscle with this, so the next morning this will be painful. So you guys, so this is a simple tips for you guys, for those of you who are cooking at home and the home cooks out there. Okay, so you always make sure to just cut this way. So I know it's very easy to just do it this way because that's how you get used to do, but please, this way will be really nice for you. So it helps you a lot to make your work really do faster, and also, of course, you don't want to be really tired on cooking something. So because when you cook, you need to have some fun while cooking rather than after cooking, then you'll get tired of doing everything. So that will help you out. We're just gonna put this aside. So we'll be needing it later on. And smash the rest of the garlic that we need. So here it is. So just gonna peel everything here. So I'm also hungry. You guys are hungry? So you will see later how our roast beef will turn out, because I'll make sure that our roast beef is really good and it's really tender. You see guys. So if you want to have like a well done roast beef, of course you have to put in the oven for a longer time. So 1 hour and 30 minutes will be fine, or even to 1 hour and 45 minutes if you really need like a well done roast beef. But for me, medium is okay, medium rare is okay. I have a trick on how you know that your that your beef is well done. You see? I'm gonna show you how to check. So meanwhile, I'm just gonna chop this one. I'll show you the simple trick how to test if your beef is well done and if your beef is rare and a medium rare. Okay? Wait for that. So because I have a simple trick with that. You see, my husband is laughing when I my husband is laughing when I when I tell him how to know. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you later. So here, just gonna chop this one into tiny pieces. Here, nice and easy. Chop this one again and chop the rest of the garlic. So it doesn't matter when you have like a tough one, you know, the tough one in the corner here. So anyways, it will be on our oven and it will be roasted well, so it doesn't matter. here. I'm going to do this. I will just chop everything together. I'll just make sure that it's in a thinly slices. See, it's very simple, very, very easy. So for you guys that doesn't want to cook, please, it's Christmas, so everyone should cook on Christmas because this is for the family. So make sure that your family is happy on the dinner that you have. So here, just gonna put this aside, guys. Gonna leave the small pieces in here, so I don't need that. I think this will be enough for the rest. See that? So that is our garlic. So for sure, every one of you, you know how to chop the garlic, right? See, I'm just gonna get some of the plate. Just gonna put this in the plate. So garlic will be on the plate because we're gonna chop also. We're going to chop our thyme and also our rosemary. So rosemary will be there as well. So the reason why I did not put rosemary on the beef right now because I don't want to burn it. So like 30 minutes before it's cooked, then we're gonna put the rest of the ingredients. Just gonna wash my knife. So my knife is washed now. So the next one is we are going to chop our rosemary. Okay, so cheers guys. And then our thyme. It's gonna take some of those lovely leaves. I can smell already. So when you have like a dry thyme, it's also good, but of course no one can beat the fresh ingredients. So but if you cannot find it in the market, that is the dry ones will be good as well. So but I think this one can easily be fine. So rosemary. So you can ditch this one if you don't want to put rosemary in it. If you cannot put rosemary in this, it will be also fine. So all you need to do is just season your beef. Just season nicely with salt and pepper. So it will be also lovely. So thyme is there. Just gonna make sure that I have all the flavors from our thyme here. Everyone is hungry now. So you're waiting for the roast beef? Okay. Just gonna teach you how to check the roast beef. If your roast beef is done, then the trick is very easy. Okay? So listen carefully. This is very important to check your roast beef, okay? You're listening now? Everyone is paying attention? Okay, when you check the beef, so you press your cheeks. So when you press your cheeks, so your cheeks usually is fluffy, right? So that is medium rare. No, that is rare actually. So when you press your chin, that is medium rare. And when you press your forehead, that is well done. Okay, so with that hard, that is well done. This is medium rare and this is rare. I'll say whatever beef that you prepare, if you prepare medium rare, you just press your beef this way and you feel like it's the same as you press your cheeks, then that will be rare. now you know. So now I'm just gonna spread this thyme here. So I like thyme. So I like the flavor from the thyme. So I'd like to put this one on the roast potatoes because it gives like an extra flavor, especially when you put thyme and the garlic together. So that is really, really nice. And here, so I'll just make sure to get every bit of the thyme flavor that I have here. So that's it. See that? So just want to have this. So you need this small tiny leaves here. That's what you need. So that's the extra flavor in that. See, it's very easy. Just gonna chop it into small pieces just to make sure that I release all the flavor that I have there. Now we are going to just put this aside here. So when I need it, then it's ready. So now everything is ready. Sorry for that. There's construction going on. So that's it. Let me just check our thing. Oh my God. I'm just gonna turn our potatoes. So this will be last turning of our potatoes here. Just gonna put it here because it's quite hot. See that? So that is browning. So that's the potato that we want. I hope you guys can see that. See that? And it will be back in the oven again. See, that's it. And in 2 minutes, we are going to pop in our garlic and rosemary in our roast beef there. So I'll make sure that to have that flavor on that. And of course, later on, we're gonna make our gravy out of our roast beef. But for now, let me just check the rest of the chat that you have here. Everyone is hungry. No worries, guys. Wait, I will just let you see how it looks like. So at least you are also hungry as me now. When you see my... So you see that? So that's how we wanted it. You see? So in like 20 minutes, this will be off. So this will be okay because sprout is very easy to cook. So there's no problem with that. And our roast beef, oh my God. I'll show you. Okay. You see that? That is our roast beef. So back in the oven. Sorry guys, it's not done yet. That will be for another 30 minutes. Okay. So I told you in like 2 minutes we are going to put our rosemary and our garlic in. So that will be it. So hi everyone. Who's here? Ladia, hello, hello. And also Evelyn TV channel. Hi. So cheers guys. This is lemon juice. Okay. So whatever you need to know on the Christmas dinner, you can always ask me. Guys, so I would love to hear from you. Whatever question that you need, you can ask me now because next time you'll be seeing me is we are going to make roasted turkey, and also we are going to make a mince pie. So mince pie also is good for the Christmas dinner, right? So make sure to have your mince pie with you. So there's some people, the reason why we make like a roast beef today, because there's some people wanted to prepare like a roast beef rather than chicken or turkey, but some people usually like turkey on the Christmas dinner. So that's why we also need to have roasted turkey on the plate. So I'm gonna show you the next recipe will be our roast turkey and our stuffing. So it will be easy for you guys to just follow what ingredients that you need. So this is it. So now we are going to put our rosemary and our garlic in our beef. So see our beef there. So now it's the perfect one to put our rosemary. See that? So if you want to put rosemary, also put the rosemary and the rest in the rest of the mirepoix, and also of course our garlic. So garlic is here. That's it. Guys can see that. That's it. Then it will be back in the oven. Let me just wipe my hand. So just gonna put this one back in the oven. Here. We'll have a lovely dinner tonight. Guys, I hope you guys be here, can have my dinner as well. And also, in another 5 minutes, we are going to pop in this garlic and some of our thyme in our roast potatoes as well. So it's just easy as for us to do that. So that's it. And we are just waiting for our thyme now. So simple. Oh, someone is asking who it is. So usually, I'll just make sure that I won't waste anything. So every time I cook something, I'll make sure that it's always for a 2-person. So we're only 2 in here. So I have me who eat the foods that we usually cook, and my husband also. So the portion that I usually do is only for 2. So you find me cooking like the less amount on the ingredients here, but of course you have to just check the description below how much the portion of the ingredients that you need. So when you want it to be less, like for example, if I put it into 4 portions, so I will less it. So the quantity that I have, I will just less it into 2-person. Or if I want it to be more, then I will just, of course you have to multiply it. So it's just easy. So to follow that. So, but me, every time I cook on the kitchen, I always make sure that it will be for the 2-person only. So I can enjoy the cooking, and also we have like a nice dinner or a nice lunch for that. So, okay, I hope I answered that question. So, of course, but because this time you have to bear in mind that you don't need to waste anything. So like for example, if I chop something that an extra one, like for example, if I chop this onion here, so I needed only like half of the onion, so I'll make sure I will leave the half for the next recipe that I need. So I always have the offcuts that I need, which is separate, so I always seal it and then put it in the fridge for the next cooking that I need. So I don't really waste anything. So, and usually when I have, like for example, I have the vegetable there in the fridge, like I have the eggplant that I have. So I'll make sure I will cook it before it expires. So, because it's very hard to store, especially vegetable, you can only store it for like 1 day to 2 days, then you will see the difference of that. So I'll make sure that the rest of the ingredients that I need, I'll just save it and then work out with another ingredients for that. So that will be it. So that's it. So, hi Langga! You're still awake! It's almost 1 a.m. now in the Philippines. You see? I wake you, all of you there. So I hope you sleep well tonight. Please, if you want to sleep, you can always also sleep. But if you want to have chat with me, I would love to do that. So cheers, guys. This is apple. Last time I said it's orange juice, right? And the next one is lemon. Now this is apple. So apple is there. So this is for my gravy later on. So the reason why I wanted you to check out this recipe is because all the ingredients that you need here, it's all for your Christmas dinner. So if you have these ingredients that you need here, like the ingredients that is here, that's written on the description below, you can have the nicest dinner that you have on the Christmas. And also, if you want to have, like, for example, if you want to cook ahead of time, you can always do that. So all you need to do is just put it in the fridge, and then when you have time to cook it, and then just cook it. So because roast beef, you can always freeze it. So like for example, you can chop everything off, like for your mirepoix in your roast beef or in your roast turkey, you can chop everything ahead of time. Then the next day you can just cook it. So it's just very easy for you to cook everything when everything is already chopped. So trust me. When I had the order, like a big amount of order, the first one was the worst one for me. It's because I wasn't prepared for anything. So this channel is not about for like selling whatever I can, information that I can give you guys, but there's some people that wanted to have like a nice meal. So they do order for me. So what I did with the first order that came in is I slept like only 3 hours maybe. Because I cook everything in one go. So I haven't prepared anything. So the chopping will be on the same day when I cook it. It was so hard. Imagine, you know, like I wake up. No, I started it very late. So I just wanted to cook it all together in one go. You guys, it's very, very hard. So the next order that I have, what I did is I just prepared everything. So I cut everything and prepare it in the side, you know, like when I wake up in the mornings, then I start cooking, and it's so easy. So I just finish it so as early as I can. And I had like a long sleeve after that. So now, like, I have a trick, like if I have like a big amount of cooking to be done, then I will just chop everything off. So chop the vegetable that you needed, you know, the classic one that you needed, your garlic, your onion. So that is the basic to saute everything, right? So just chop everything off and make sure that you chop the right amount. Of course, you don't want to waste anything. So garlic, so mind you, when you chop the garlic, it tends to decoloring. So just make sure when you chop everything, you have to put it in the fridge, especially garlic and onions, okay? So that's it, guys. So now we will be checking our sprout because, you see, so the sprout should be okay now, and see, so our sprout is ready. See that? So I just want to send you. So that is ready now. I'm just gonna put this aside. So we are just waiting for our roast beef and our roast potato. Let me just check our roast potato. We're just gonna turn this one. So for the last time, again, turning. Just want to make sure that I have like a crispy potato and also fluffy from the inside. So I'll just turn this here, here, and of course at this time I'll be putting that garlic that we have and the thyme. So I'll just make sure to have that ingredients there. See, then that's it. Just gonna get rid of that. So what I'll do with this one is I'll just make sure that it has all the ingredients there with the potato. Here. And now we're gonna pop in the oven. So in 20 minutes we are done, guys. So here. And we'll be having our roast beef and our roast baby carrots there, and also a sprout, and also our roast potatoes. And of course we are going to have gravy on that. So just gonna set this side for another 20 minutes or 15 minutes. 2 minutes will do. Wanna have like a medium rare, so I don't wanna have well done anyway. So I'll just set this off, and then here, and then that's it. Now I will just have to set aside our bean sprout here. So I'll make sure that it will be in our plate. So when the roast beef is done, then our plating is done. So it's easy for you guys to see it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited with my dinner. Actually, it's already, what time now? So it's 8:35 here. So we'll be having a late dinner, but this is all worth it. You see? You see the roast carrots that we have here? OMG. OMG. Then our roast sprout. Oh, I love that color from the sprout. See? So I would love to have that. Oh my God. And then of course we put our red cabbage on the side as well. And the next one is our roast potatoes. And remember that we have a Yorkshire pudding that we freeze last time. So Yorkshire pudding, when you make a Yorkshire pudding ahead of time, you can always freeze it, and it will last for 6 months on the freezer. You guys have to make the Yorkshire pudding ahead of time because it's very easy. So you have like a less work to do on your Christmas dinner. So I will just let this be here. Here. So you see? Next one will be our roast beef and also our Yorkshire pudding. So Yorkshire pudding, when it freezes, I'll show you how I freeze my Yorkshire pudding. Let me just get it. See? Because it's so fluffy, I'll just put it in, I just seal it in, what do you call this one? Cling film. See, I forgot everything. So I'll just put it in the freezer. So this is so hard. So you can always pop this one, even from the freezer, directly in the oven. So just make sure that your oven is hot enough. And then just for 2 minutes before you serve it, guys. This is all worth it. It's still the same Yorkshire pudding that you just baked months ago, okay? So for you guys that's very tight of time, you can always do this ahead of time, and it's very easy. Just throw this. So what we're going to do with this Yorkshire pudding, just gonna separate this one. So I will just let it rest. So we put it there for 2 minutes, then we are done. So because the next one will be, we are going to make our gravy. So it's very easy for you. Hi, Fujisai! Hello, hello! Marcy! Mr. Davao! Hello! Oh! Georgie! Hello, hello! Cheers! This is pineapple juice. So this now is pineapple juice, okay? So what else do you need to cover, guys? So you can always ask me. Yes, Georgie, this is so nice. Oh. Oh my God. Yes, Marcy, you can have it. So, oh, Marcy, maybe I can pop into your place by tomorrow, maybe. Marcy, are you there tomorrow? Hi, Fujisai. Marcy, are you there tomorrow? So I might pop in your place tomorrow because tomorrow we'll be going somewhere else. Okay? So we need to buy something else for our Christmas as well. So that's why I might go into your place. I hope I can see you. Hi, Joy Joy. Here, guys. So, before that, let me just show you something I have here. You see, you can always use for your cooking a crushed pepper. So, but then I really don't want to do like a crushed pepper. I always roast my pepper and just crush it just to get the full flavor on that because it tastes really different when you do that. Because for me, when you cook something that is so fresh, you don't want to ruin anything. You wanted to have more flavor on that, so it will be like a double flavor on the food that you are eating every day. So you can always use the crushed pepper that you buy it from the market. You can always do that, but to have like an extra flavor from the pepper, roasted it as I do earlier. So for those people who hasn't seen that, please roast your pepper in the pan for like just to have a fragrance on that. So once you have a fragrance from the pepper that you have, then crush it in the mortar and pestle like what I have done here, because this tastes different than when you just crush it like a normal pepper. So this is a tips for you guys to make like a sauce or even put the pepper on all the ingredients that you need. So free delivery. You can no, Marcy, you have to come here. There's no delivery, so I'm charging delivery fee. Cheers. This is guava juice. Okay. So now we only have like 7 minutes and we are done with our roast beef. But let me tell you something. When we finish with our roast beef there, what you have to do is make sure to rest your beef into 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 1 hour. If you have time for 1 hour, 1 hour is okay. 15 minutes also is fine. So just rest it. So what we are going to do on that time, we'll just make the gravy out of it. So once the gravy is done, then our roast beef also is well rested. Just to take out the juice on that, because we'll be needing the juice that come out from that rested roast beef that we have. And then we'll turn it into something really nice gravy. Okay? So here. So I might need some of our flour, so bear with me at this time. So I need to get some flour. For the meantime, I will just put this one here so you guys can see it. So this is the things that we already cook. So please check it out. Fujisai, if you haven't seen it, you can check this out, please. Did you see that? So I'm just gonna take some of the flour that I need. Wait for me. So I'll be there. I'll just take some of the flour. Hi! So we'll be needing that flour later on when we make our gravy. Okay? So Fujisai, you already see that? Here. So we'll just set this aside. So the reason why I put that, so you guys can see it, what we have done already. And now we are, oh my God, our roast beef. My God. Our roast beef, it's really nice. So we have 5 minutes more, then we are done with our roast beef. So remember the trick that I taught you how to check your roast beef? This is press your cheeks, that is rare, okay? So press your chin, that is medium rare, and press your forehead, that is well done. So whatever you go for that, whether your forehead, so you go for well done, all you need to do is leave it for a long time. Because for me, I want to have like a pink, you know, the pink color on the roast beef. For me, this is really, really nice. So I'll have the medium rare. So I wanted to have like a crispy, a little bit crispy from the outside because we already sealed the beef there. And also in the middle, it should be pink, okay? So I'll show you that later on. And we have 3 minutes to go. Then we are going to present our roast beef. But for the meantime, just gonna check the plate. So I'll be resting the roast beef there in that plate and also make something out of that sauce that we have. Okay, and of course, we'll be needing this because we're gonna strain everything there and make out the sauce that we needed on that. Okay, just gonna put this aside here. And for the meantime, I need 2 minutes more. So the time is ticking, guys. Yes, you can always come here and taste all the food that I cook. So this is a lovely meal. So I can't wait for this recipe because I want to have some like a nice meal today, like a roast, you know. So since we have already like a Christmas special for our channel, so I said, why don't I just go online and teach you guys how to do it properly. This is lemon juice. Nice. So 1 minute more, then we are done with our roast beef. So I'm excited to put it out. And I think this is the perfect time for us to just chop everything off. Let me just put this aside because it needs to be ready. So our Yorkshire pudding will be ready. Just put this aside. There. And we are going to chop our cherry tomato. So this gives like an extra flavor for our gravy. So let me just chop this into half. So I need like, maybe like 8 pieces will be fine for that, for our gravy. So just cut it into half. Just gonna put it there. See that? So nice and easy. Just cut this all into half and leave that. So we are going to make like a nice gravy on that. So there you go. That's what we need. And now, time is over. We are going to pull out our roast beef. OMG. OMG. Did you see that? That's our roast beef there. You see it? So now, what we're going to do with this one is, I will just rest this beef on the side here. So it needs a little bit time to rest that beef, guys. So please have some patience on doing that because when we carve it later, it will be a juicy roast beef. Okay. And now, for this one in, I can just put this here. So what we're going to do with this one is, I'll just put it in a very low heat, medium to low is okay, and just smash that flavor. So make sure to have all the flavors of our mirepoix in there. Oops, sorry guys. So just make sure to just smash it and release all the flavors that we have there. And at this point, all you have to do is just put a stock on that. So this is beef stock. So make sure to have all the flavors of that. Did you see that? You can do it directly from the oven and then just smash it. So you can always do that. So that's not a problem. So once you release the flavor of all the mirepoix that we put there, oh my God, this is so nice. You see that? So if you have a red wine, you can always put red wine on that to have like an extra flavor on that, but it's not necessary. So just simmer the stock there while we are waiting for our beef to be rested. So we can just simmer that. I want to put a little bit more of our beef stock. So around 500 ml of the beef stock is fine. So here, so just make sure that it has all the flavor, basically. It's because what we'll do with this one is we're just gonna strain it afterwards in our pan there, and then cook it, and then that's the time we're going to season it if it's needed for the seasoning. Okay, so that will be it. See? So that's a nice gravy. So there's a double purpose on doing the mirepoix underneath your roast beef. It's because you can take out the flavor of that and also the flavor of beef out of that. So creating the mirepoix is very important if you want to have like a nice tastiest gravy that you can get from that. So at this time, you can always put a red wine on that, because meat and red wine, it always goes together. So that will do, but will be good at this time. So we don't put any wine on this, okay? So I'm a good girl. So I'm not going to put any alcohol in my meal for tonight. So this will be fine. Of course, a little bit more. Because you can always put this gravy, like an extra gravy that you have on the fridge, and you can always have it the following day, guys. So there's no harm on putting a lot of the beef stock there just to get the flavors of those mirepoix that we put here. And of course, we are going to put our flour. So regular flour is okay, corn flour is okay. So I use corn flour here just to have like a thick flavor on that. So just to get the thickness of that stocks there. So when it's thick, then it will be a nice gravy. So OMG. Let me just this one. You see? So nice. So I hope you guys can see it. Please, it's so easy, right? I haven't put so much of the recipe. Here, Mari Cervera, if you can't wait, please, you can order ahead of time. So nice meal should have a long patience to do, okay? So what I'm going to do with that one is, let me just taste it. So if I need to season more, put a little bit of salt. I'll put the salt later on if I need it. So I will just mix this. And of course, who doesn't want an extra fat on this? Because butter has a fat. You see? So an extra fat. Remember I told you it's Christmas. So extra fat won't harm you. To have like a nice gravy. So extra fat is there. Extra fat, extra yummy. So here, OMG, this is so nice. You see? So the thickness of this is fine for me. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I will just gonna strain this. So strain this one here. So here, pan into very low heat. What I'm going to do with this is strain it. So want to be careful on straining this. So I will do it little by little. So I don't want to have an accident on doing this. So I'll just give it some time. I already waited for my roast beef for a long time, guys. So this doesn't kill me. See that? OMG. That is a nice flavor. You see? OMG. Just gonna put more. You guys can see it. So I'm just gonna put all the rest, the ingredients here. Just gonna get rid of that. So here. So I don't mind cleaning all the things that I use if I have this kind of See? You guys can see it, but then they said they cannot take it. So this is very easy to do, simple ambition. So, oh my God, that gravy there is to die for. That gravy is the gravy that you want. Let me just get rid of that. Here. You see that gravy here? So that's what you want for your roast beef. OMG. So now, since we already have this, I will just take this out. I think our gravy is thick enough, so I don't need cherry tomato in this. But if your gravy is watery, you can always balance it with cherry tomato. So I'm just gonna ditch this cherry tomato here because my gravy is so perfect for that. And lastly, you know the juice that we have there in our roast beef that has been rested for some time, so we're gonna need that juice here. Okay, that's why it's still on. So wait for that. So I will just gonna let it simmer for a very, very low heat here. And I want to check the gravy here. You see that? You know when you rested? So this amount of water here, we are going to need that in our gravy still. So you see? So let me just take another plate. You guys, I know this is too much for you to do, but trust me, when you try it, It can never go wrong. So I need that gravy there. Look at that. So this one will be here. See that? So that's an extra flavor in that. And now we are just going to you see? OMG. You guys have to try this. Come on. So now, just another taste. Here. I am done with that. Okay. I am done. And remember, we have to put our Yorkshire pudding as well. So our Yorkshire pudding will be there for 2 minutes only. So please bear with me with this time. OMG. That is the best gravy ever. Don't worry, I still have lots of gravy there in the fridge, so I can just warm that gravy off. So if I needed more gravy on that, and now it's our time to put our Yorkshire pudding. So we have only 2 Yorkshire pudding. I'll just pop this one in the oven for 2 minutes. Then we are done. And we're gonna take our potatoes in, and that's it. And now, what we're going to do with this? I'm gonna cut it. You see, guys, I have to cut this one. And I have to cut it in front of you because I want you to see how nice it is. I don't see my carving knife. This will do. Chef knife will do. Let me just check. Chopping! We are going to cut the roast beef. Then our dinner is ready. Here. OMG. Going to have like pork. So 1 minute more for our Yorkshire pudding. We are done. For the meantime, I'm just gonna teach you how to cut this. Oh my God, look at that. Look at those fat there. Just gonna poke this and cut this. You see, that's how I wanted. Pink in the middle. Look at that. OMG. Just gonna cut 2 slices. And I'm going to plate this one. So I'll cut the rest later on. So but for the meantime, since I just want to show you, just have 3 cut. You see? Oops, that's our Yorkshire pudding there. Oh my God, it's so yummy. So Yorkshire pudding is ready. So our dinner is almost ready. Just gonna put this one there. You see that? OMG. Yorkshire pudding is ready. So that's 2 pieces of Yorkshire pudding. I'm just gonna have like a brown texture of our roast potatoes. Did you see that? So I'll put like one piece of our Yorkshire pudding for now. Just gonna put this aside. Let me just put it here for now. So one Yorkshire pudding in the side. And I'm gonna put our roast beef. So that's the roast beef that I want. I want it to have like a pink in the middle of our roast beef. Here. See that? OMG! Yummy! That's our roast beef. I'm gonna cry. This is so nice. Look at that. So our Yorkshire pudding here. And lastly, our roast potatoes. So we are going to put up the roast potato. So the reason why I put it in an extra minutes for the roast potatoes, I want to have like a crispy bit of the roast potatoes. Look at that. Who doesn't like that roast potato in there? Okay, so our roast potato is okay. Just gonna put some, like 2 pieces there of our roast potato. OMG, this is so nice. So 3 pieces will do. 4 pieces? OMG. So 4 pieces of our roast potato. Oh my God. And of course, to complete this one, we are going to have our, let me just cut this one. So our red cabbage is here. So what I'm going to do, this one is, we'll just put this a little bit. So I have space for my red cabbage. So red cabbage is your sides. Look at that. So that's your roast dinner there. And of course the gravy, I'm just gonna put this aside. So it doesn't. See? That's your roast dinner. So your gravy and your roast potato, your Yorkshire pudding, and your roast sprouts, and also your red cabbage and your roast carrots here, and of course that lovely roast beef there. So you guys, this is all what to use spaghetti to my roast juice. I'm done, but your way for real, chef. Hello. So that's it. So that's my roast dinner, guys. I hope you have to try this one because it's so easy to make. I know it takes time, but guys, come on, it's roast dinner. So roast will always be roast, and it always takes time to cook, but then you can have this nice a meal in front of you, and always you can always make your family really happy for this. Okay, see you guys next time. Mwah! Thank you for tuning in. Fujisai, bye bye. Simple, Langga, Marisol Vera, Langga, hello, and Margaret's Lifestyle, hello, hello. Joy, Joy, and Big Time, hello. Mwah, mwah. See you.